Welcome back to Video Editing Systems. If you're new here, my name is Devin. I'm a remote video editor living in Argentina. On this podcast, we talk about any kind of systems that make us better editors, videographers, content creators, filmmakers, business owners, anything that can help us systemize things and make things run smoother and be more efficient. On this episode, we're talking to Jonathan Schroeder. I had Jonathan Schroeder on in he might have been the first guest on the podcast, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, we had an awesome conversation, and then we had him back on to see what he's up to, some of the things that he's changing for this upcoming year, some of his goals for this upcoming year, and a lot of talk about running. So if you're not into running, sorry, maybe jump ahead halfway through. We talked a lot about running. Enjoy this conversation with Jonathan Schroeder. Like, the whole fun of the podcast is like talking and not.
That's true.
I've been kind of thinking about, like, if I really need to record video with it. And I'm actually with a buddy, the two of us, we really want to, for a while we've been talking about starting a climbing podcast. And
sweet.
And we're thinking about, like, I don't want to edit it because I don't want to edit more things.
Yeah.
And the other day the light bulb went off, and I was like, why don't we just do it without video?
Bada bang.
Right? Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. You might have some audio editing, but
yeah. Well, no, what we're actually going to do... Wait, are you good to go?
I'm recording.
You're recording? So we started the thing? No, what I think we might actually do, it's a climbing podcast here, and we've got this one cave by the one crag that we go to. I'm like, why don't we... I'll just bring my camera, bring the mic. We'll sit with the microphone and record the audio for a podcast. Like, after we're done, when the sun hits the wall and we can't climb anymore, we'll sit around for 40 minutes and talk about climbing.
That's a great idea.
Right?
Yeah, depending on who you're climbing with, like, you can bring different people, and then you will have just had a session, so you could, like, talk. You got fresh things to talk about.
Yeah. Like, what we want to... the two of us are just really, like... We like climbing, rock climbing a lot, and he, like, bolts a lot of things around here. And there's just a huge contrast. I feel like it's probably similar in, like, Denver and stuff. But, like, there's just such a difference between gym climbers and what's on the rock, and kind of, like, what priorities people have, or, like, what kind of, like... There's just, like, a big culture thing that kind of... Like, one isn't really exposed to the other. So that's kind of what we kind of want to talk about.
Getting my cat situated.
Nice. She comfortable?
Specific.
Ready to go?
Yeah. She, like, wants to be held in a certain way. And all right, there we go. Yeah, I feel like I actually don't really know, because I kind of just go to the gym. But I feel like in Denver, there's definitely a difference between gym climbing and outdoor climbing. And I'm sure they overlap sometimes, but it seems like the people who go outdoors, like, go outdoors. And they're, like, really serious about it.
Yeah.
And then there's the people who just go in the gym, which is me.
Yeah, and I feel like when speaking as someone that is serious about climbing outside, like, when you go in the gym too, it's kind of like, don't talk to me type of, like, like, kind of very...
You don't see me here.
Yeah, like, in my own world, like, let me do my thing. Yeah. But, so another video editing podcast talking about climbing.
What are you going to do?
It's tricky.
Us video editors, we like other things. I haven't been climbing as much. I feel kind of weak right now. But in the winter, I felt pretty strong. Nice. I did my first competition.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, and I got second in my division, which is like the V5, V6 division. So that was pretty validating to
nice.
Like, feel strong amongst my other gym members. And it was really fun. Have you competed or done any kind of competition?
A little bit, like, a long time ago. Yeah, kind of similar. I was actually... That's kind of funny. I helped build this one gym, and so the guy who owned the gym brought me to like me and this other kid. I don't want to talk about that. I started going down a rabbit hole. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the whole.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I competed a little bit. Like the thing was like, it was kind of similar to where you get like a range of like, do you compete in certain level? There was like intermediate and then there was advanced. And it was pretty obvious that I was above the range that I was in. And so I signed myself up for the hard ones so that I could suck and get last. But like I felt good about it. Felt like, I don't know. I felt better about that than like kind of like lying about my ability to win, kind of.
Yeah, you don't want to go in a lower rank just to place well.
Yeah, which is kind of what I was brought there to do. That's what I was getting at that I didn't want to talk about.
Fair.
There it is. I said it.
I'll try not to stroke the cat as much this time.
But you've been running a bunch, right? Sorry?
Yep, I've been running. You've been running too. You just completed your first half marathon.
Yeah.
How was it? What did it feel like? Was it what you expected? Did you reach your goals?
I kind of had some imaginary number in my brain that I didn't know how real it was. It was an hour 40. Like that was kind of what I kind of thought in my brain, and I just like had to do one to see where I was at, to see if I was even close. And yeah, I felt pretty good. I felt kind of, where I run here is only like, it's almost like trail running. So it's not too realistic. Like I know my time is much faster if I'm on pavement. And if I'm on like flat, if it's not uphill and downhill. And so yeah, and I had the every kilometer would tell me what my pace was. Mm-hmm. And the first one, I was like, oh man, the first kilometer, I was like, this is going to be rough. I'm already hurting. And when I heard my pace, it was like 5.5. It was at like trying to translate it to miles, somewhere under 7 minutes a mile. And I was like, oh, all right, that's why I'm going hard. And so like I mellowed out, and then so trying to in miles, like maybe like mile 10, 11 was when I like started hurting, but like pushing, which is expected. But yeah, felt good. How was yours?
Mine was good. It was probably like a month ago now, and I was on I didn't have as much time to train as I wanted because I ended up going to Cambodia kind of last minute. So I was in Cambodia for like 20 days that I expected to be training. And I did some running out there, but it was like hot and humid and just not the same. Mm-hmm. But so my approach for this half marathon was just to finish. I just wanted to make sure, because I had never run that far before. So I ChatGPT'd it, and it gave me a good running plan. And I kind of followed it. Yeah, I followed it to a T. I started off really slow in like the 9.5 minute range, and stayed around 9 minutes for the first 6 miles. And then I felt great. So then the second half, once I knew I was like gonna finish, then I started ramping it up and got down to like 8:30, 8:40 a mile, and finished right under 2 hours. So like 1:57, which was my goal, is to go under 2. And yeah, it was great. But like you, the first mile, everything just started hurting right away.
Nice.
And I had some new shoes too, so I was getting blisters by like mile 4, and after the race, the blister underneath both of my feet was like this large.
Oh man.
Yes, I took some serious damage, but it was really fun, and something about a race environment just kind of makes you feel stronger, I guess.
Yeah.
So I was pretty committed and pretty inspired to just keep running. So I'm doing one in 2 weeks, and I've had a little more time to train, even though I'm not training quite as much as I probably should. But I hope to, instead of just finish, try to push my pace and like really really finish on empty. Because I probably finished with like 30-40% left in the tank. Like I still had energy left. So I want to finish this next one just completely drained. So probably try to start at like the high 8 minutes and then go down to like low 8 minutes per mile and see where that takes. Hopefully beat your time.
Yeah, do it. Yeah. Well, I was going into it because I had no idea. I was like, I was thinking 2 hours too. I was like, I want to, like, my goal was like 1:40 eventually, like there is a marathon here, but I think I'm going to be in the States for it. And the same thing, I kind of think like being in the race mentality or like in the whole environment, like it just makes you run faster. But yeah, it lost my train of thought, but yeah.
What is how long did you train? Like, have you always been a runner, or did you just kind of decide I want to do this and then just started training for it, or how did that come about?
So trying to bring it back to video editing.
All right.
Trying to talk about video, bringing the running back to video editing. I've always liked running. I like my uncle. I think he's ran the Boston Marathon a couple times, which is I didn't know what that meant until I started running recently. And like you have to run a marathon in 2 hours 55 minutes to enter the Boston Marathon. Yeah. So I haven't told him. I'm excited when I go home. I'm going to tell him that I did my first. I'm hopefully going to run another half marathon before I go back and maybe lower my time. But anyway, I just feel like I've kind of like have it in my blood, kind of like I like running, but I've never done that much of a distance, and I hurt my elbow climbing and editing a lot. And so my elbow, like climbing is usually like the main thing. And like when I couldn't climb, I couldn't edit, I couldn't play guitar, I couldn't do like all the things, like even yoga, like sometimes hurt. And like, I was like, and so I started running just to like do something else. And it actually worked really well to like kind of get my brain off of it. But no, I don't usually run more than like here, my out and back is a 6 kilometer. So like 4 miles, 3.5 miles, something like that. And I'll usually do that maybe once a week. And once I started getting closer to like the 10K, like double that, I kind of get like, oh, what am I doing? I kind of get like, oh, there's like, I think of so many other things that I could be doing. Like maybe I can't imagine doing a full marathon. But it's definitely been fun, and it's helped. I don't know if it's really helped physically with my elbow, like maybe just moving the blood around a bit, but definitely helped mentally to get my brain thinking on other things that isn't climbing. And also I figured out some days, usually I run in the morning, but some days I'll like, if I have to start editing pretty early, I get out and run, and it's like taking a power nap almost, like for your brain.
Oh yeah.
Like you just I go without music, without anything, without a phone or anything. And like, I just like, my brain just gets all the pieces where it's supposed to be, which when you edit for a long time is like really important. Like power naps, I actually just took one.
Nice. Yeah, it's essential. Editing requires so much brain energy. I try to explain it to people, but even like for you and I, we've been doing it forever. And so it's kind of just like formulaic maybe, but it's still so taxing. You're just making like, I don't know, hundreds or thousands of micro decisions constantly. And that really weighs on the brain. I get really tired. Even if I like slept well and I'm caffeinated, after like an hour or so of editing, I feel like I need to take a nap, like no matter what. So running's a great way it does feel like I come away from a run like just feeling super alive.
Yeah.
I'm like awake. I go with music and I like listen to super hyped up stuff. So I feel like after I run, I feel more confident. I feel more driven, more focused, like just all of the things. I have the same experience if I go longer than 4 miles, where like a few of those miles I'm like, this is awesome, I'm so strong, and then you get further along and you're like, this is the worst thing ever. Why do I run? It's not even fun. Everything hurts. But I think it's similar with climbing. Once you start making progress, it feels really good.
Yeah.
Like with climbing, you have you're able to measure like, all right, here's this crimp size that 2 months ago I couldn't even put any weight on. Mm-hmm. And now that I've trained, I can pull my body weight with this. And it's like really tangible, and it's easier to measure and experience the progress. And then same thing with running, like the first few times you run, you just feel horrible. Everything hurts. Your lungs hurt. Your heart hurts. But then once you get into it, a few months into it, and you start feeling strong while running, like that's a really good feeling to feel like, oh, I could keep running and my body could handle it. There's something primal about it. It's like what we were made to do. Similar with climbing, I guess. We're like made to climb trees and escape predators, and running, you're like made to hunt animals. It's like what we were supposed to do.
Yeah. I have my hype music. Parkway Drive is my like go-to hardcore music, that's my go-to running music. And I actually I used before I started running consistently the past couple months, I tried not to use it because I would just get too fired up and I would go get lost and run way longer than I should, and my knees would hurt the next week because I don't run that often. And so I've been I saved that list until when I ran for my 20K. Nice. But other than that, I try to. Yeah, sometimes I'll go with podcasts, but a lot of times I'll just go with my thoughts and let my thoughts kind of breathe, which is kind of, I don't know, I like listening to music all the time, but it definitely helps with the editing.
Yeah. With editing. Video editing. Yeah, it's super meditative. And I feel like just moving the body in general is really good for the brain. I know a lot of the famous thinkers of the world would do their best thinking on walks, and they would go out and walk. I think Einstein, all those guys were big. Yeah. Big into the walking. So running's a little different, but same thing. Yeah. Just kind of, that's all that you're doing. We're so distracted by everything now. So when you just are able to focus on moving your body, it does wonders to the brain. I need to go run today. Actually.
Right now.
I gotta run right now.
Yeah, no, I've been feeling it recently. A year ago, maybe a little longer, I used to turn my Wi-Fi off for 20 hours a day. I would only turn it on for 4 hours, and that's when I would get all my Wi-Fi time in. And like you said, we're so bombarded with everything. I was blown away with just how happy I was with everything and how productive I was, but more just so happy. Social. I was social because I would go and see people instead of messaging them and telling them, well, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Okay, are you there yet? Okay, what should I bring? No, you just, you go somewhere and you meet somewhere and you tell, and especially I have friends that I'm thankful for my friends who kind of understand that I do weird things, and they would be they would get okay, he's not gonna answer his phone sometimes they
yeah,
but I feel recently I've been pulled into and I don't know, it's crazy, it's tricky to find the balance to where because I've been more active with my messages and social media, more just answering, and I have specific things that I do on Facebook and in different Facebook groups and things like that. But then I get pulled into it, and I try to you gotta, I don't know, for me personally, I try to set aside times that that's when I can do the messages. Mm-hmm. And other time where I can just shut off the Wi-Fi and be connected. And I'm also downloading a lot too. That's one of the tricky things that I figured workarounds when I was doing that 20 hours of no Wi-Fi. But Yeah, when you're constantly having to download, I don't think I've stopped downloading for the past like week and a half.
That's crazy. That's how you get all your footage.
Yeah, I mean, it would help if I had faster Wi-Fi, which I got to get on the Starlink deal.
Oh, yeah.
That's because there's two companies that do Wi-Fi here in the middle of people listening to the podcast that don't know. I live in kind of almost like the boonies in Córdoba, Argentina. And there's two Wi-Fi companies, and yeah, both of them only get up to 100 megabytes per second.
Oh, that's slow.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's tricky. Like sometimes when I can download up to like about 50 gigabytes, a file of 50 gigabytes in one go. If it's bigger than that, I have to like go to a friend's house or work something out. But yeah, I want to get on Starlink because I think I could get up to like 200, 300 megabytes.
I think so. And it's definitely worth the investment because it's such an integral part of your business. It's downloading footage.
Yeah.
So it's worth paying more to. I have Starlink in the van and it works great. I don't do a lot of downloading, but like you can stream stuff and it functions like normal internet would. It is kind of expensive per month, but worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep telling myself that like I need to do it now because like it's like once every once in a while I'm like, this is ridiculous. I need to do this now. And then I figure out I resolve the problem. I figure it out and I'm like, I don't know if I really like that's not the most important. There's so many other things that I could be investing in. But it's definitely up there.
Yeah. I feel like if it's a reoccurring thing that you think about more than once, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
But that's cool that you shut off your Wi-Fi for so long. I feel like that's a superpower nowadays.
Yeah.
Like if you're able to focus without the internet for extended periods of time, it puts you way ahead of everyone else in terms of like how valuable you are, how much you can get done, and then also just your mental well-being. So I think like we're social creatures, but we're not made to be this connected. Like we were never supposed to be able to answer everybody all the time and see what everyone's doing all the time. I think we're meant for like small tribes of just a few people that we live with and connect with. So it's really like not good for the brain to be watching, to be connected to the internet all the time, to have access to so much stuff all the time. And it's a struggle. Even though I say that, like I still freaking scroll my phone
I feel like
way more hours than I should every single day.
Yeah. I feel like everybody kind of like, even kids. I remember when I taught snowboarding in Aspen, I would teach these 16-year-old kids that they all knew how bad the phone was for them, but they go back to scrolling. And yeah, I think it's more like, I feel good about, it's almost more of a discipline, a superpower having the discipline to be able to do that. Because I think like anyone can, if they figure it out and they do it, you're going to be able to concentrate way better. But the thing is like having that discipline to actually do it. And I think like unplugging the phone, unplugging the modem, and putting your phone on airplane mode or just like turning the phone off. I think that's like the best way when I did it. Like that was the best way to do it, like to discipline myself, because you unplug. It's like a big deal to have to like plug the modem back in. Like you really realize that you're breaking what you said you were not gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better than just. Yeah, you gotta like fully disconnect somehow.
Yeah.
Just completely take away the triggers that would, put you on. We have Brick. Have you heard of that?
Brick? No.
Brick. It's like it's a thing that you go up and you tap your phone to the brick, and then it locks all of your social media stuff, or really whatever apps that you choose.
What?
So then you can't get on it until you go up and unbrick it. So it's a similar like you have to take a physical
a very
you have to
conscious
go
decision.
do an action. You're like, I am unbricking now. But even that, like, it doesn't just do it automatically. So the decision to brick the phone is one I know I should be making that I still don't make because I want to have my phone. So it's a bad addiction. But
I remember Brian, one of the other guys I had on the podcast, I visited him in New York, and he was talking to me about getting a dumb phone. I think that's what it's called, a dumb phone that, like, you can't to do any apps. And he's starting to explain to me the thing. I'm like, dude, just leave it at home. Like, what do you need to invest in, like, a fancier phone that's made to be not as fancy? Just turn it off. Just turn it off.
Just turn it off.
Leave it at home.
Yeah. Don't have it with you.
I have, I call him Devin and Tuca's phone. My Argentinian phone and my American phone. And my American phone, the chip doesn't work down here. And my Argentinian phone doesn't work in the States. And so my Argentinian phone is the one that I'll take out of the house with me, and all it has is WhatsApp and Uber. Spotify.
Nice.
And Strava. Now it has Strava. Because I can't do the Adidas. I love the Adidas app, and I couldn't find the stop button. So, like,
Oh, no.
Yeah, I finished.
You've just been running for days?
No, I was so pissed because it wasn't the first time that it happened. I actually practiced a few times, like, stopping the app when I did because I was like, I'm not gonna screw it up on the half marathon. Like, I want to get my time good, and I was listening the whole time to the coach telling me, like, my pace. So I was like, I'm gonna break an hour 50, and I finished an hour 50, and I look at the phone, and I understand now how the lock, because it's like there's a lock, and I thought it was a slide over to unlock it and stop the time. It was you tap the lock and then tap stop. And what happened was, I don't know, it was like there was no lock, no anything, and I'm just like tapping all over the place. And on the Adidas app, I didn't break an hour 50, but I did. I swear I did.
Yeah.
I took a good 30 seconds to figure out how to stop the thing, but
Bummer.
that's why I switched to Strava because, yeah.
Strava's pretty good.
I took one run with Strava and I was able to stop it first go. So that's my only
Success.
reason. I kind of don't like how social media-ish it is.
Yeah, it really is.
I still don't plan on taking my phone. Like, I don't plan on recording most of my runs with Strava, but I like my notebook and my watch.
Old school.
But yeah. Yeah.
I use the Apple Watch, which is cool because it records a lot of data.
Yeah. And then it connects to Strava, right? Like, you can run with the watch.
Probably
and then,
could.
Okay. I talked to a few others that they have a watch that, like, they have it linked up with Strava, so they don't have to run with the phone, and then it links up with Strava. Like, passes over the information.
Yeah, it definitely can. I kind of keep them separate, but it tells you a ton of information. It could tell you, like, how much time your foot spends in the air versus like on the ground.
How does
it
know that?
I don't know. Like, how much time your feet stay on the ground, like what your cadence is, beat per minute, what heart rate zones you were in at what time. And so I find that pretty fascinating. And it's like, when I was preparing for the half marathon, I just took screenshots of runs and then uploaded it to ChatGPT so it could see it like had all the information of how I ran and what my metrics were, so it could give me a better plan.
Wow, that's crazy.
Which was pretty cool.
One of the things...
I like the data. I like looking at it, but to run without a phone is pretty cool.
Yeah. One of the things that I was blown away with, I actually thought about this earlier when you were talking about running compared to climbing and other things, is like, it's just... compared to climbing, I think the more that you get into it, I'm sure it gets more complicated, but in general... it's just so much easier to get motivated and just go run. And I feel like in general, when you start running, like, even if you feel like crap, you start running and then you're like, oh, I don't feel that bad. I could keep going. And, like, afterwards, stretching, I do like 4 poses and I'm good. Like, climbing is just so complicated and, like, so much going on and so much, and to be able to track your progress and like certain things are more in your style than other things. Running is just like go freaking run, and you want to like take your time, like track your time, and yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely more simple on paper. There's less going on, I think. And it's probably easier to grow your leg muscles than it is to grow like your finger muscles.
Yeah.
So they're just way bigger. But the professional runners, they're like really serious about all of it.
Yeah,
like
no, I'm sure.
Form, time, training, carb intake, sugar intake, salt intake, like all of that stuff's pretty crazy. But that's like the marathoners and the ultra marathoners. Like the casual runner, you can just go and make progress no matter what.
Yeah.
What? How many videos have you been editing per week?
Per week? It usually depends on how much. Sometimes I get like, I'd say like at least 5. But sometimes they're more reels, so it'll be more like 10 or like more. But I think in general it's been, I think about probably like 4 or 5 3 to 5 minute videos. And then
per week.
Yeah.
Dude.
There's been a lot going on. Dude, I actually have like this podcast is actually backlogged.
Wow.
I got a lot going on. I'm stoked. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like watching your website highlight film, and this is like the weddings are all over the world, all over the country, all different types of people. This one's in Lake Como, Italy. Like you got clients from everywhere.
Yeah.
Or at least your clients have clients from everywhere.
Yeah.
But it seems like quite a lot of people entrust you with their editing now. How many like videographers do you work with? Is that something you could say?
I started because I have my folder where like everything goes, and then it all goes into the hard drive. And I started in the beginning of the year from 0 again. So like I go like 1, 2, 3 as in order of the clients that reach out to me in the beginning of the year. And I think I'm up to 16 this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
That keeps you busy, man, because all those guys probably have a lot of videos that they want.
Yeah.
So it's editing machine.
Yeah, it's been crazy, and I'm excited because it's not even summer in the States yet. Like, and I think just about all of the clients are still in the States. And recently they haven't been all wedding films because it's been the winter. Nice. But yeah, there's a lot going on, and it's like it's still kind of, it's not even summer yet. So yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. How do you? Now I'm on your YouTube. How do you match the styles of the different people that you edit for? Do you have to like watch all of their videos, or do they give you like guidelines?
It's usually just more of a like, the more I work with someone, the more I can really hone in on their style, or at least like what's important to them, because I think sometimes I'll watch a couple videos of theirs and pick up on what they do a lot, but I feel like I'm bringing it back to climbing. It's kind of like
it's all connected always.
It's kind of like when you do something yourself, sometimes you don't realize what your strengths are, or like maybe you're not aware of like what shows up more, and there's certain things that are really important to you that like they're really important to you, but I don't know, sometimes they're not as reflected in the video. So if I'm just watching the video, I'll pick up on certain things. So I'll try to like really hone in on what I think is important to them. But then the more I talk to them, the more I realize what actually is important to them. And sometimes they're really, really particular just really small things about color grading, about like some people don't like if anything's too orange, if anything's too warm, or sometimes music is just really kind of particular. And yeah, I think just more working with each client. And I also have a Google Doc that I keep track of every client and everything that they've like told me, like that kind of feedback. So that way I keep developing for each client. And also so that I don't have to ask the same question like 3 times, because sometimes if I work for someone like once a month and I have to keep asking them if they have a MusicBed account or something like that, like I hate when they're like, yeah, dude, you don't remember? And so,
right.
Yeah, I've got that so that I don't have to ask repetitive questions.
Nice. Dude, you're really thorough in your
Yeah.
process and in your work. Do you get tired of editing?
Yeah.
It's like really fun, but then also just can kind of suck sometimes.
Yeah. It's tricky. Like, I do have, I have someone working with me. He comes once a week and he probably editing this, shout out Essay. And it is kind of nice because I can kind of like, look more into like what's bigger, what's how to make Devin Dennis Studios more into like an agency, not even like making it an agency, but just kind of, there's still so much administrative work type of thing, like just really like outreach and just organizing things and just structuring things. And he actually, when he first started coming, I have 2 laptops and one's a little bit slower. And so he started on my other laptop. And one time because he doesn't bring his because I live in the boonies, he doesn't bring he's only got the PC. He doesn't bring it here. So he was on the other computer and he maxed it out. I think he was like making proxies or something like that. And the computer is just not working. And I was like, well, you want to just come in here? And so he sat at my computer and started editing at my computer. And then not too long ago, I was like, well, why don't you just work at my computer and then I'll work on the other computer doing the things that you don't need a fast computer for.
Right.
More like finances and things like that. And it's been nice to kind of give me a break from editing here. But I do I think sometimes just yesterday, I think I burned out and didn't realize I burned out because my body kind of shut down yesterday. And I actually felt like you were saying before, like you sometimes you just get so tired from editing. And even like when you sleep well and you ate well, and like I felt really good yesterday. I've got this schedule that like if I sleep early, train before editing, and if I eat well, I'm like just on a roll and I'm good and my brain is good. And I was doing so well, and so like I felt really good about it. But what I didn't even think that I was doing, I was going through a library for one client that has kind of repetitive videos. So it was almost like pulling mega selects type of deal, like just blowing through a ton of footage and just pulling the things that I'm going to need more consistently for certain videos. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Basically, it was like when you pull through selects and you're just like looking at a whole bunch of different shots. Imagine that from like a whole bunch of different weddings from like over a whole bunch of different years and just like doing that a lot together. And
Oof.
yeah, that just like, and I didn't even think about it at the time. Like I was just like, sweet, I'm getting my hours in editing, like the hours that I like to edit. And then the next day I was just like done. My body was not happy with me. And I think that might have been a big part of it. I think I might have eaten something funny too. But
it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do that. I have really good days and I'll like maximize the days. And like I'll make multiple videos and then I'll run and then I'll work out and then I'll like do more. But then I suffer the next day because of it. Because I've spent so much energy feeling good that my body's like, oh, you're going to feel bad now. You must recover because that was a lot. And like it can handle it in the moment, but doing that day after day after day is
I
not
think
sustainable at all.
I think it builds up because it's like that out the way like this was Tuesday, right? Yesterday was Wednesday when I crashed. Tuesday, at the end of the day, I was like, that's exactly like this is how I know I'm consistent. But I think it was like I had 2 days of like sleeping good, eating good, and like before that, it was kind of like questionable how like my whole schedule. I think just having a schedule too, like just having consistent hours goes such a long way, which is I had 2 days of consistent hours. And before that, it was just all over the place and just trying to like, get in the work when I could, run around doing other things.
It helps to have somewhat of a schedule, even though we can create our own schedules and do whatever we want, whenever we want.
Yeah, I think that's the tricky part.
It's which is fun, but it's good for the brain to be like, all right, I've worked in the morning, I've done some in the afternoon, I'm going to be done now. Like I am done working, and that's helped me a lot to just like work when it's time to work, don't work when it's not time to work.
Yeah,
but some days you just can't do it.
Yeah, I think pretty much my whole life, like every job that I've had, I think just almost, I kind of like, they've never been normal hours. Like I always work weekends type of deal. Like most of it's been in tourist work, like teaching snowboarding and stuff like that. And so like weekends I always work, which is awesome as a climber because then you can climb during the week when no one's at the crag. But like not too long ago, I started like doing 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, finish on Friday. And when I finished on Friday, it was like, oh, I get it. Is this what people feel like when they
when the weekend comes?
Yeah, like I did my work for the week and now I have 2 days that I don't feel guilty if I'm not working.
Yeah. Yeah, the guilt is weird.
Yeah.
It's because you feel like you should be working all the time. But people with normal jobs, they don't do that. They work when they work and then they're done.
Yeah.
And it's I've gotten better at the guilt, and having a fiance helps. She'll like, she'll see me and hear all my feelings, and she'll be like, "You should rest. You should sit down the rest of the day." And I'll be like, "You're right. You're right. I should. I'm gonna do that." Having that external validation helps a lot.
Very nice.
Yeah. Dude, and business is a lot of administration work.
Yeah.
This year I've gotten a few things. I have QuickBooks that like handles all my finances, and so that's just like completely organizes everything that I spend. And I also got HoneyBook, which has been pretty sweet. So it can like, it puts each client that reaches out into like its own project. And I can see all the information there in the project, and I can automate emails. And then I have like a scheduler that's linked to my calendar. So instead of being like, what time do you want to meet? What about this? They can just schedule a meeting based on when I'm available. And then I can send contracts, invoices, and receive payments all in one website. So that's been massive, because before it was just like me and a note on my phone that organized everything. And now it's like a whole system, and it's linked to my calendar, and it's been pretty amazing. And it definitely helped. And I also think like helped improve, what would you call that? Like turnover or bookings, I guess.
Conversion.
Conversion, right? Because there's less like back and forth to get to the meeting. They can just, as soon as they get the first email, it's seamless. They could just book the meeting, and then right after they could, get the contract or whatever. So that's been really nice. I don't know why I didn't do it earlier, especially with the volume that we do.
Yeah.
At Schroeder Media.
Yeah, you do a lot.
We got a lot of stuff we gotta have. So that's been helpful. It makes my brain feel a little more at ease. I also pay people to do my taxes, which has been
nice. Very nice. I'm curious about, does HoneyBook also do they like promote you?
No.
It's not like The Knot or something like that.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not The Knot.
Okay.
Nope, just the client managing side of things.
Because I thought I heard someone complain about HoneyBook, but I might be mixing it up with something else that I thought it was more like the Knot, something like that, or one of those type of things. But that's awesome. How many weddings do you have booked this year?
I think we're at like 65 or so.
Nice.
Yeah, and probably like half of those are elopements, half big weddings, and it's a good amount. I would love to do like 80. We did 81 last year, and it felt like okay. Like I didn't get too burnt out at all. So I'd love to do more, but I'm also getting married this summer, so if I have slightly less than usual, it'd probably be a good thing, because then I can, put that extra energy into the wedding instead of filming weddings. Yeah, but it's been good. People are still reaching out. I had a meeting earlier this morning for someone getting married in July. So I think it'll be a good year. And we raised our prices a little bit.
Nice.
And then also made it so each package is congruent, I think is the right word. Based on like the hours all have a specific value. The minute length of the video has a specific value. And so if you go up and down in the packages, you could take and remove certain things and it would be the right price, which feels really good. Instead of being like, it's priced this way because that's what it is. It's like, this is why it costs that much. It's because it's this many hours, this many minutes of video. So that feels good. It feels like everything's kind of dialing in this year. I just feel more well-rounded as a business.
Nice. Yeah, that's tricky I feel like pricing with videos is just so tricky.
It took me years to figure out like just the general pricing, and then feeling confident in that pricing too. And like just understanding the market. I think last year I had a nonprofit reach out about a video. They described to me what they were looking for. And I was able to be like, I think other places would charge you this much, but I would be willing to charge you this much. And they were like, yeah, that's right. Like they did give me that price.
Nice.
So it was that moment that I was like, I understand now. I understand this market that I am involved in.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you're saying, like the way that you said that your pricing, the way that you're pricing, like it makes more sense. It lines up a little bit more. Like, why before you did that. I'm sure you've done enough videos that you know that this is what it's going to cost and this is why it's going to cost. But like, yeah, to have that make sense to someone who's just looking at it, who doesn't know about the videos, I think that's like the trickiest part. And yeah, it comes with, like you said, having confidence in what the price is. And I'm going through that now still. I don't know, since I started realizing what kind of videos I put together, because I know there are guys that charge way cheaper than me. But they're not always great edits type of deal.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, you pay for what you get. And I'm realizing it too. I like big eye opener with having SA work with me, because I now know what it's like hiring another editor and like going through. Yeah, it's a big learning curve, and it's a big trust, and like you need to figure out how to make it work, and know what you're paying for.
Right. Yeah, and people could get it cheaper, but part of you're not only selling your edits, but you're selling yourself as a person. So like they can work with a cheap, Russian brand, but the fact that they get to work with you is part of the benefit of Devin Dennis Studios. Because you're like a cool guy and you understand them, and you take the time to learn them. Like you do all these things personally that brings more value to your edit.
Yeah, I think not even because I can talk to them about climbing, but also just because if you hire a cheap editor, like chances are, in my experience, if you hire a cheap editor, you're going to end up doing a lot more work and struggling a lot more on your end. Like, let alone whether they do good work and what they do. Like, if you don't have someone kind of dialed in your style or dialed in editing in general, and they don't know what's important for editing, like, and you do, or you have a certain thing that you need to do, or you just want a decent looking video and you're paying like super cheap, you're gonna end up either tweaking it or dealing with whatever they gave you. And I think it just kind of defeats the purpose of having an editor in the first place, if that makes sense.
Right. It does. Yeah, why would you pay for something you could do if it's not going to be like exactly how you want it and be the experience that you're looking to have?
Yeah.
That's but you do a good job and you have great clients. Are you collecting reviews?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually trying to get on Google Business, even though I don't have an address. That's the tricky hurdle. But I just signed up to make a Google Business account. But I have like a few reviews on my website.
Oh. Let's see if I can.
You can't. You'd have to.
I can.
You'd have to send me a message saying how awesome I am. I think that's.
It's.
Actually, no. I have it on the
option.
Instagram too. It does.
Yeah, I'm on Google now. Devin Dennis Studios, Argentina. Write a review.
Oh, what? It's already up there?
5-star. Devin was amazing to work with. Great editor and great climber tip. Well, let's see. I posted it.
Awesome. That's funny. That's funny. But it has my address here, right? It has my home address here.
Yeah.
I got to fix that ASAP before this podcast goes live.
Cordoba.
People showing up at my door asking for video edits.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if mine is on there. No, my address isn't. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet, man. I feel like I had a question or something, but I don't remember.
It'll come back. What else are you excited for this year? What other...
I'm getting married.
Well, yeah. That's awesome.
So that's probably what I'm most excited for this year.
Who's filming your wedding?
He's a dude I met in Greece, actually, while cliff jumping.
What?
He was like hucking gangers and had a camera, and he was with his girlfriend, and so me and my girlfriend my fiance now, we're just like hanging out with him. We didn't like talk all that much. I was mostly like shivering in the towel because I was so cold. But we like talked enough, and then we found him on Instagram, and he's like insane. He does music videos and like commercials, and he does a lot of After Effects. He's like, I'll send you his stuff.
Yeah.
But he's probably like the best video editor I've ever seen. And
nice.
So I asked him to film my wedding. So it's going to be completely different. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be like nothing I could ever make, which is kind of the goal.
Nice.
I was looking at some other guys, and I was like, that's really good, but like it's close to what I do, you know? I'd rather just pay myself to do it. But this guy is like, he's on some other stuff.
Where's he from?
He's from South Carolina.
Nice.
So he's got a drawl.
Very nice.
So yeah, I'm excited for that. We're getting married on family land in Oregon. It's a lot of work, and it's been really fun. And then other than that, I'm excited to work again. It's been like 4 months of not working. So I'm ready to drive around Colorado and film cool weddings and make videos. And I am excited to like push myself creatively. I think I make a lot of the same videos. Like you saw that 2025 edit I made?
Yeah.
Where it's just like all the same poses.
Yeah. Which makes an awesome reel.
Yeah. And it's, and that's like a testament to my consistency. Like I can get really good shots every single time, no matter what. But then also you could just fall into the same rut of the same video and the same shot. So I'd like to try new things, invest in new gear, just like keep pushing forwards and see how that turns out. And And I also went to Cambodia, which was really cool. I filmed for a nonprofit.
Nice.
They fight poverty and trafficking through like providing, nutrition, education, dignified labor, property ownership, all these things that can get people out of poverty and prevent them from being at risk of trafficking. So that was like a really fun change of pace from weddings. And now I'm making lots of videos for them that, are exciting and inspiring to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so it could be cool to do more projects like that and go around the world and tell cool stories.
Yeah. Did you do like a documentary for them or?
Not a documentary, but we're doing a lot of videos.
Okay.
So they have like 5 pillars of their nonprofit. So we'll do a video for each pillar. They have like a jewelry making business where they employ local women. We'll do a video for that. They're having a 20-year celebration. So we'll do this huge video of like their whole history. And so we'll just like make quite a lot of videos.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to run more and climb mountains and going on a few van trips. So it's going to be a great year. I think it'll be one of the best.
Sweet. Were you anywhere in particular that you're going to in the van?
We're going to go to Jackson, the Grand Tetons.
Nice.
And then filming a wedding right outside of Glacier National Park.
Oh, very nice.
So just kind of, go all the way up north, film the wedding, go to all the national parks, head back down. And then, we'll also go on a honeymoon as well, sometime in the winter. And we might go to South America.
Let's go!
We might go to Patagonia.
Nice.
Make a stop in Argentina.
Visit
We're
Cordoba?
not for sure yet.
Visit Ito Cruz?
Dude, if we're down there, like, we would for sure try to link up somehow. It's either South America or like Japan.
Oh,
I think
dude.
our 2 top honeymoon places.
Nice. Japan is my number one on the top of the list of the places that I've never been to that I want to be to.
Mm-hmm. That was a crazy sentence.
Yeah. You got it, right? You knew what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually, I don't know, like anytime I get the chance to travel, it's like always going home to Dingman's Ferry or like...
Right.
Like recently I'm actually in June, I'm going to Brazil again. And Brazil, like I love going to Brazil and I have friends there. So that's a little bit for me, but it's also just on the way to going to Pennsylvania. So I can do that. And Colorado is also like, it's also like, that's the next tier of like, if I can escape a little bit, I get to go visit you guys in Colorado and leave my snowboard there.
Oh yeah. Dude, I haven't thought about that since sorry.
No worries.
Supposed to ship it. I have not.
No worries. Hopefully, yeah, I'm thinking about bringing it back with me and then probably like September or August, go snowboarding here. But yeah, all of that aside, like the number one place for a long time that I've wanted to go to is Japan. Get some powder.
Powder. This year, I had a lot of people on Instagram that I follow that went there, and they were just buried in snow.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to buy a Karua. Have you seen the Karua boards?
I have. They're beautiful.
Oh, they're so nice. And yeah, I want a Karua and I want to go to Japan.
Make it happen.
Yeah. It's kind of
anything else you're excited for?
Yeah, climbing a lot. Really, this upcoming season, I'm excited. I'm gonna do a few. I have 2 confirmed weddings that I'm gonna be helping filming in Pennsylvania when I go back in June. So that's exciting. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. That's gonna be 3 weeks of craziness. I'm also going to Brazil, which is awesome. But yeah.
And you got a girl.
And I got a girl. She's living here too, and she helps me too with when I'm run down. And like yesterday, I was like, all right, well, I'll just kind of nap and watch Marvel all morning, and then I'll be good to go. And then we can go train, and or I'll work a few 4 hours. And she's like, maybe you should take the day. And I'm like, yeah, maybe. Maybe you're right.
Yeah. The girls are always right, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How did you guys meet? You're living together, so it's serious.
Yeah. We went to the same yoga class, and we went to... I didn't really go to the climbing gym. For like 15 years, I've kind of been like almost family, like helped build this one climbing gym, and then they like moved a couple times. So I've just always been part of the climbing gym, and every once in a while I go back there, and she was going to the gym there, and she wanted to rock climb outside, and I like rock climbing outside, and we started climbing together.
Ooh, that's the perfect love story for you. That's so cute. That's awesome. And when was that? How long have you been together now?
Like a year, going on a year.
All right. What's her name?
Pao.
What's your favorite feature?
My favorite feature? She climbs.
Yeah. So her forearm muscles?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Her name is Pao?
Yeah, Paola.
Paola. And is she Argentinian?
She is Argentinian, Cordobesa.
Cordobesa.
From
You guys
Cordoba.
Yeah, so she's a local.
Yeah.
And you guys speak Spanish to each other?
Yeah, she
All the
doesn't.
time?
We actually, yesterday, I was like, you got to start, because we're going to Dingman's Ferry where no one speaks Spanish. I'm like, you got to start practicing, because she doesn't speak much English. She does. It's just, she gets nervous, kind of.
Fair.
But my sister and brother-in-law came to visit, and my brother-in-law was awesome because my sister speaks some Spanish, and my brother-in-law speaks no Spanish, but he understood everything. He just like through gestures and everything, like he understood everything and made himself understood, and it was really fun to watch. But
Yeah, even if she can't speak English, she'll be able to, humans are able to communicate.
Yeah.
No matter what, but it would be cool for you guys to be able to talk a little bit with your family.
Mm-hmm. Which like we also like, I don't know, she's met the family through video calls, and like I translate, and I'm getting better. I will pat myself on the back and say that I'm better at translating now. I like made a big effort, maybe too much of an effort when my sister and brother-in-law were here, because I used to be like, I have the one chip. I was blown away when I lived in Colorado. I taught a bunch of kids who were like kids of immigrants. So they were born in the States, but they spoke Spanglish. Like they didn't, like, it was almost like they couldn't speak only English or only Spanish. And I'm the total opposite. I'm like only English or only Spanish. And like when I have to translate, I just forget. And
I'm playing fetch with my cat.
Nice.
And also looking at, she looks really strong. I see her on a boulder.
Yeah.
On your Instagram.
Yeah, she's climbing hard. She just did her first 6B plus is 511A, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about bouldering?
Sent her first. Bouldering, I think she's got V3 sent bouldering.
Outdoors?
Yeah, outdoors. Yeah. No, indoors probably like way stronger, but we don't have movement here where everything
That's
is.
Yeah.
How much have you climbed outside?
Not much. I've been to some iconic places. Like I've climbed in Joshua Tree, and I've done boulder in Yosemite, and I've been to the Buttermilks. I've done the Ironman Traverse there, and some other easy ones.
Okay. So you know the difference between the grades between movement and out on the rock.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm like V4 max outside.
Okay.
It took me like years to get that.
Yeah. It's a big V4 is a plateau moment. And I think like I climbed a lot in Independence Pass, and I just felt like everything was either it was either V4 or it was stupid harder. Like V4 encapsulated like up to V6 type of deal. Like they just put V4 on everything. And now I almost kind of feel like I do the same thing sometimes.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times if I like, there's a lot of unclimbed boulders here. And like a lot of times when I send in something, or if I do a first ascent, it's like, yeah, V4.
V4. Wasn't too hard. Wasn't easy. V4.
Yeah. Sweet.
That's awesome, man. I'm nearing the end of my energy. I'm ready for my power nap.
Yeah. I'm ready to get back to editing.
1 p.m. here. So it's like eat and sleep time. That's like my schedule.
Awesome.
Eat a bunch of food, fall asleep, go back to work.
Yeah. Yes. Well,
This was great.
Yeah, it's been awesome catching up. It's been awesome trying to talk about video editing.
Yeah, we touched on it. Yeah. We touched on when we talked about running and climbing.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great to see you, man. And we'll stay in touch, talk about your snowboard, talk about South America and all that jazz.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
And keep posting. I love your content that you make.
Awesome. Thank you. You too. Actually, I think I sent you, I got essay hooked on the kendama, and I couldn't find you got to send me your kendama Instagram. I was trying to show him and I couldn't find it.
I can do that. I also didn't share. I got to share my videographer with you.
Yeah.
Do I send to, do you have 2 Instagrams? You do. Which one do you prefer to receive stuff?
Whichever. I check them. I try to check them all once a day.
All right. I'll send you both of those things. I haven't played kendama much. I plateaued like a year ago, and so I struggle.
Oh, so when I saw you, was that like your peak kendama?
It was a little bit past my peak, but
okay.
Yeah. So I haven't made any. I still played like for fun, but just not as often.
Nice.
Which is a bummer, but.
Well, I will share all of your social media links and as well as this guy, Sawyer Nix.
Yeah, go watch his stuff, dude. It's crazy.
Oh man, I'm stoked.
And then imagine a wedding video with. He doesn't do wedding videos, but man, this will, especially as an editor, I feel like you'll really dig his style. There's some crazy stuff he does.
Sweet.
All right.
Awesome.
I'm going to go eat a nap. It was great talking with you, man. I'll send you this audio file when I wake up from my nap.
Okay, sweet. Awesome talking to you.
Peace out, man.
Have a good one.